staff means cheap labor? Please, that's like calling your phone just a calculator. I'm so sorry, phone, I love you so much. In 2025, offshore staff aren't just here to save you a few bucks. They're tripling productivity, cutting costs like ninjas, and even helping clients unlock brand new revenue streams. So if you're not tapping into their full potential yet, you're sleeping on the biggest growth hack. Today, I'm going to show you how to reposition your offshore staff as true strategic growth members and kind of who drive your innovation and grow your bottom line. We'll walk you through the 5 critical checkpoints to make this happen like in a 3-mile race. And these 5 steps will help you and your business explode off the blocks and race across the finish line. Are you ready? Set, let's go! Step 1, reframing your offshore arrangement. First, we have to reframe how you see an offshore work arrangement. Now, offshore teams often get labeled as cheap labor or support staff, but after 10 years in the outsourcing industry, we've often found that when properly vetted and onboarded, offshore staff can be a driving force behind your business. Our clients have reached like 6-figure monthly sales, attended more expos and conferences, and scaled their businesses all because they hired the right offshore staff. And to make this happen, your offshore team shouldn't be left at their own devices. They need to be in constant conversation with your onshore team. This means you have to treat them like real partners by giving them a seat at the decision-making meetings, asking for their input, and sharing with them your bigger business picture. And when you start to share a sense of ownership over your company goals, that's when you start to position your offshore staff as strategic allies and pave the way for them to be more collaborative and problem-solving. By the way, if you're not sure about what kind of tasks you can outsource, there are actually 100 tasks you can delegate to offshore staff right now. Yep, you heard that right, 100. Now, our free ebook lists out every single task that you can outsource, plus it includes a quick rundown of different costs of offshore staff per specialty. So you can download this ebook for free at outsourcingangel.com or click the link in our description below. Now let's go to drum roll. Step 2, creating a unified team culture. Next, you have to create a unified team culture, which is much easier said than done. At Outsourcing Angel, it took us around a decade to solidify our remote work culture, and we have exciting annual company trips in the Philippines, virtual bonding channels for our pets and our other interests, meetups in Australia, and upskilling sessions month by month. But most importantly, we have a real culture of innovation, integrity, courage, and care. All these things contribute to our low turnover rate, making our clients happy for the long term. So how do you actually create a culture where onshore and offshore teams mesh seamlessly? Well, here are some game changers that work for us. Number 1, align your vision and goals. From day one, share your company's mission, core values, and long-term vision, and you could even reiterate your vision before every big meeting so that everyone in your team remains focused on the bigger picture and understands exactly what they're working towards. Saying something as concise as reach 100 clients in 2 years or 10 times our revenue by 2030 will help everyone visualize the end goal, stay accountable, and maintain consistent momentum. Then when your offshore staff understands why you do what you do, they'll be more invested in the how. Number 2, use communication platforms with intent. Communication platforms should be used to keep everyone in the loop and not to micromanage. Time trackers should be given for your offshore staff, but screen monitoring apps are a little bit more controversial. Overusing them can feel invasive, create some anxiety, and actually damage an employee's trust, ultimately undermining the very productivity you're aiming to boost. Now, it's all about finding the right balance that ensures accountability without eroding trust or morale. So you must gauge how much oversight is actually necessary while still giving your offshore staff the autonomy that they need to thrive. Number 3, virtual team building. You can host virtual coffee breaks, trivia sessions, or even online workshops to bring everyone closer together, and encouraging these personal connections fosters trust, reduces those feelings of isolation that can often happen in remote setups. Now, you can also try buddy systems where offshore and onshore team members pair up as buddies or mentors, and it's a simple way to break the ice, build rapport, and encourage both professional and personal support. Another way is to hold regular virtual events. Friendly competitions like a quiz or a game night night or skill sharing workshops create a consistent sense of routine and belonging for everyone involved. And for example, your upskilling workshops could happen each month and you feature different topics that remote work find more effective. Now, all of these things I'm saying might seem like a lot of work, but it's also an investment in your business. When your team feels valued, it's much easier to push their productivity and reach your goals faster. Step 3, empowering offshore staff to drive strategy. Here's the hard truth. If you want your offshore team to contribute more and to level up from being task executors, you have to let them make their own mistakes. And this means you have to delegate ownership. Now, assigning them with mini projects or entire workflows where they're the decision makers, not you, then you invite them to strategy sessions. Even if it's just for a portion of the meeting, it shows trust and encourages them to think beyond their daily tasks. And celebrate wins. Publicly acknowledge their contributions, whether it's a shout out to a team or call or a highlight in the company newsletter. When people feel valued and heard, they're more willing to take up the hassle of innovating and going that extra mile. And this is how you turn an offshore staff member into a valuable employee. Step number 4, addressing obstacles. You will encounter issues when implementing what we've covered so far, but combining offshore and onshore teams can come with its own set of challenges. But these challenges are completely avoidable before they become huge issues if you preemptively address them. Here's how. Number 1, to avoid time zone issues, establish core hours where both teams are online simultaneously. Use asynchronous tools for everything else and get things done more quickly. Number 2, to prevent miscommunication, encourage over communication. If something isn't clear, then have a quick video call or send a detailed message. Clarity is extra important when working with someone offshore. And for cultural differences, it will always be there, so it's kind of pointless to try and fix it. Instead, embrace it. Learn about each other's cultures, customs, holidays, and more. This fosters respect and empathy, which strengthens your bond with your team members in time as well. Step number 5, scaling for the future. Now that you've reframed how you see your offshore staff, start thinking about a more unified culture and empower your offshore staff to be more strategic. It's now time to ask yourself, how do you scale this model? Now, here are some tips to get you started. Tip number 1, standardize processes. Document all workflows as much as possible so that your offshore team can onboard new hires quickly and maintain consistent quality. Tip number 2, invest in training and tech. Provide upskilling opportunities and the right tech tools so that everyone stays well informed and well equipped, and new tools and platform updates come out almost every day, so you better keep up. Tip number 3, stay agile. Encourage regular brainstorming sessions and never stop asking, how can we improve? This constant curiosity drives your team long-term success. When onshore and offshore team members work together as one, your business gains fresh perspectives, more revenue, and you won't just outsource a simple task. You'll also outsource things like brainstorming, strategy creation, accountability for KPIs. In short, you'll outsource all the heavy lifting in your business. But hold on just a minute, because before you get to that point, you need to outsource the little things first, and there's a lot of them. We've compiled 100 tasks that you can easily delegate to your offshore staff in our free ebook. You can grab it now and download it completely for free at outsourcingangel.com, or you can just click in the link in the description below. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on how to make your offshore team unstoppable. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'd love to hear from you. Bye!